Editing Zara here. The next 2 days didn't have enough footage to justify their own vlogs after I finished editing them, so I combined them into a single vlog. Enjoy! It is 7:30 a.m. I woke up at 6:50 and then closed my eyes again. Thankfully I was able to fall back asleep until the 7 a.m. alarm, but my legs are so sore and in so much pain. Happened all day yesterday, really, that I just stayed in bed, couldn't even get up. I am supposed to have one rest day from physical therapy every week, so I think today has to be that day. And I'll probably have to take an Epsom salt bath later, but I'm gonna try and get up by 8 so that I can still do my writing and stuff. So this was 25 minutes and you can see my word count here thanks to Ellipsis's timer function. So this was me doing a ton of different things. I did book editing on the left screen. I just needed something to play in the background for me, so I put up Nia the Vixen of Fiction's latest sit-down-ish video. For those of you who don't know, she did the illustrations in Down the Well and Cliffs of Wayward by Veronica King. You can see me editing the vlog and also having to delete photos from my phone in order to do AirDrop. I've been running into a lot of storage problems because these vlogs are in 4K, and apparently it's wreaking havoc all over my computer. But also I am currently downloading all of the sales data that I need to send my authors, and then I am also having to grab the ISBNs from my ClickUp table because I used to have them all memorized, and now that there are over 20 titles, that is not possible anymore. So this took a long time, but it was very worth it. I almost got to all 10 of the author's stuff ready to send to them, but I wound up running out of time before it hit noon, and so I needed to take a break from that. But I was still really happy with this work period because I felt like after writing for a shorter amount of time that I had more energy to do this work for the business, which was a great discovery. Okay, I'm cutting it a little bit early at 11:56 because I have an appointment, thankfully it's on Zoom, at noon. And I need to make a factor meal for myself because I have not eaten yet at all today. I know, bad Zara, you can scold me in the comments. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Also, I was doing a lot of data with financial stuff. I'm gonna see if I can like blur that because obviously that's confidential stuff. Also, I will be speeding it up enough that hopefully it doesn't matter, but we'll see. It is 4:47. I am still working. I have been working on exporting the second to last clip of the day 2 vlog because it was like 2 hours in 4K. Because if I do a time lapse, it doesn't get to 4K, and then artificially doing it is rough, but that was a really long period of time to be filming. So I've been having to edit it on my phone to make it faster, but you can only double the speed in the iMovie app on the phone, whereas iMovie on the desktop, you can make it even faster than just 2 times. So that's been annoying. Also, you can't multitask. It has to be in the forefront on the phone. So I'm actually vlogging with my personal phone right now. In the meantime, I was doing more sales data stuff. I have to, delete the data for other authors, for each individual author, so that they get their stuff, but not other people's stuff. And I'm so close to being done, but I am not going to finish it before 5 p.m. I am going to stop at 5 p.m. However, I then have a meeting scheduled with Kate Kavanaugh to discuss some stuff. And I know that's after 5 p.m., but I want to get this done. And she's cheating on her work schedule, and I'm cheating on this work schedule together. So we're both being bad together. I don't know. It makes me feel better that I'm not alone in it, but yeah. So I might vlog some of that, but I haven't been able to vlog me working from 2 to now because the work phone has been used and my personal phone was charging. So yeah, sorry that this vlog is probably going to be shorter than the other days so far. It is now 5, but you can see that the only one I still need to do is Malin. This is actually from last month because I copied the formulas from the previous month so I don't have to do it from scratch, but then this is all the data. And this is the one for this month. I haven't deleted all the other data yet. I was going person by person, and surprisingly, that actually got me through all the stuff faster than normal. Normally, I go through, edit all the spreadsheets first, and then know who, do the formulas for each person. So that was interesting to note, but I did not finish this, so this will have to be one of the first things I do tomorrow.
I'm supposed to be holding you to not doing it. As your author, we gotta get it done, but as your friend, I literally put at one point, I put a true crime streamer ends up streaming in the midst of a true crime.
I mean, it gets the point across. Yeah.
So, that would be a good option. I like your idea, too. I think either one of those works for me. And in fact, arguably yours tonally is probably closer, because it is just them on this train. I didn't know if we wanted to play around.
7 people board, only 6 get off.
That's literally what I wrote, 7 arrive, only 6 leave, kind of thing. And
yeah, is that the tagline? Turns deadly for real. Now I don't like that. No.
That's okay, but we can come back to it because that
is
right.
But when the game turns deadly for real, Lily realizes there's a real killer, but that sounds stupid even to me out loud.
Well, I will say she does have the fear that oh shit, I'm on a board with someone who's only
realizes that solving a crime when your own life's at risk is a lot harder than from behind the safety of a screen.
Yeah. I was also thinking this doesn't make sense, but I was she solves cold cases, not hot current cases.
Yeah. I think if we could try to pin down a version that we're comfortable with sharing sometime next week, so I can send it to the rights agent assistant and be this is not necessarily the final one, but this is to give you an idea of what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with this. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for sacrificing your evening.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you for helping me, because as you can see, I came up with a whole 2 sentences maybe of that beforehand.
But it really got us going though.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But.
Yes.
Yay.
And I'm just excited. I'm really excited for this.
Okay, it is 6:26 p.m. I just got off my meeting with Kate, which I think started at 5:30, so under an hour. Very excited. Got the 2 things I wanted done with her, so that's great. And I am now going to eat dinner. My mom ordered it in and offered to have me eat it while working, but I felt that was going a little bit too far. I'm already cheating on working past the 5 p.m. mark. I'm not going to also eat dinner at my desk because that's not good. I did eat my lunch at my desk, but it's because I had an appointment that was not work related, but personal related Zoom. And I was starving and I couldn't wait. Sorry for the sirens in the background. So I did eat at my desk once today, but not while working. And I'm not going to do it now either. So, yeah. This was my lunch. It was a panini, and actually it turns out that the footage that you were seeing was my mom's panini, because the past few times I've ordered from this place, they keep mismarking things, but at least they send us the proper food. So yeah, it was delicious. Now, I'm sorry that the color in this clip is a little bit off. I did try to fix it as much as possible, but when I put this clip into Premiere Pro, because it was the only thing I could do to shorten this over 2 hour long clip,
it messed up the color. And then I tried to fix it, and this is what we got. But in Riley's last week, I spent a lot of time crocheting these turtles. And a lot of them are just the shells. You can see some of them on the bed with me in addition to my skeins of yarn. And I am using Wooble's yarn, but it is not a Wooble's pattern. It is one I got off of Etsy. And I can leave a link to that in the description down below if anyone's interested. But here I was finishing one of the bodies and stuffing them a little bit more. I was running out of stuffing, so I was trying to be sparing, and then I'm also making the fins for one of the other turtles, and by the end of this, I did almost finish that turtle. I had done the fins. I actually did the head, but I didn't do the tail. So I have a lot more to go. I think I'm going to give some of these out as gifts because it's just good stress relief for me. But yeah, this is how I wound down for the night.
It is 10:45 p.m. I am about to go to sleep, and I'm really happy with what I got done today. Definitely a lot more to do, but you know, satisfied with what happened today, and hopefully tomorrow will be good as well. It's 8:30, and I wound up not going to bed until 2:45 because I started reading. And I started reading knowing that would probably happen, and I think it's because today we get Riley's ashes back, and so I was a little self-destructive by deciding to be sleep deprived. I did think that maybe I could wake up at 7:30, but I was so tired by the time I actually went to sleep that I never even set that alarm. So I snoozed to 7 a.m. one very quickly, and then my 8 a.m. one went off, and by the time I opened my eyes, it was 8:30. So that's where we are now, and yeah. Okay, it is 10:40. I started my weekly video chat with Veronica King. We hang out, we co-work, whatever. And I spent the first part of it crocheting, so today's whole schedule is really off. I did not start actually working at 9:30, but I am about to start working. And I'll try to vlog more of the day, but I just had a really slow start to the day, and I think I needed it because of how sleep deprived I was. I am feeling better now, but I definitely should have some breakfast. So I'm still video chatting with Veronica King, and I've been editing day 3 of the vlog. It took forever to get certain footage in, and because there are little nuggets of gems of what Kate and I talked about, I wanted to, I have to go through each minute of this and pick them out, but you can see I have, on this part alone, 35 minutes left to do of scrubbing through, and so yeah, that's it. Just working, always working. And also, wow, I'm seeing how disgustingly dirty my computer screen is, so sorry about that, everyone. I'll have to clean that. Okay, it is 11:46, and even though I got a late start today, I am going to adhere to the hard noon stop time for lunch, so let's see how much work I can get done until then. So you can see me here racing against the clock, but also deciding that at the very start I needed to watch Kate's new video about her Alaskan cruise. I'm doing a bunch of different things, just trying to get under the wire, editing these vlogs, as I've been harping on about a lot. Was a bit difficult, but I was also messaging different people that I needed to, and then here I'm really editing my conversation with Kate that I had the day before, figuring out which clips to actually hear the audio for versus which to turn into time lapses to, you know, not spill all our secrets. Also, it was, like I said the day before, under an hour, but it was still 45 minutes of a meeting, and that would make way too long a vlog, and so you can see me working on that here. And then this was just short of 90 minutes. I had my live stream, because it was solo, we were able to move through the sprints pretty fast, and I'm just working. I did have a snack in between this, but my actual lunch didn't come until later when my mom came back from being out and about, and so you'll see that in just a moment. You know, for every article that's written about millennials having to cut out avocado toast to afford stuff, which is such a flawed premise, avocado toast is delicious and is always a good meal for me. I don't have it that often, and I always say I'm going to make it for myself, and then I get too lazy, so to me it's a little bit of a treat when I get to eat it. Also, for the record, I am not a millennial. I'm Gen Z with millennial tendencies. Kate just started the second sprint of her live stream. I say sprint, clearly that's a marathon. I did 4 sprints on my live stream, although during the 4th one I didn't work. This is actually the break timer going from my live stream that I never stopped. And I was really fighting with my computer earlier because it kept freezing while I was trying to edit this vlog that you are currently watching. Well, not this one, the previous days of it. And I kind of worked through lunch. I did eat lunch eventually, but I was eating right up until the 2 p.m. mark because I didn't start lunch until 1:30, which is not in the spirit of this experiment. So yeah, also because I didn't sleep enough, I'm starting to get a bit of a headache. I have a phone call at 5 that's not work related, so I'm not breaking that rule again, but I might need to nap so I feel better enough for that, because I wanted to, you know, do my own writing during this because I didn't get to this morning, but I might just have to do it later. We'll see. It is 10 o'clock. I'm sitting at my desk for the past hour, fully intent to write after I took a shower because my mom and I went out to dinner when it was 98 degrees outside, and by the time we came back, I really needed a shower, and I just have no energy. I think going to bed at 3 a.m. was, or not, I know going to bed at 3 a.m. was a big mistake. So again, I didn't do any physical therapy today because I had no energy, and then I'm not writing today because I have no energy. I really wanted to keep both of those trends alive. I thought, you know, I started work late, I'll just do it during my lunch break, and then I spent all my lunch break fighting with my computer over storage to be able to edit the vlogs, and then I didn't have the energy to do it after my workday ended because my mom and I had to go outside to meet the courier who was delivering Riley's ashes, and it was so oppressive out there, but then also the emotional stuff, of course. So sorry for not vlogging a lot today. it was a weird day all around, and I'm hoping tomorrow will be better. In fact, I'm actually going to go to bed soon to help make that happen.